1-0 versus Protoss. His 1-1 overall in Pro League. You can see his most recent games lead you to see that his loss was more recent than his win. That's all the real information you can get here. Didn't play in any Pro Leagues before this. His down arrow is just there because, well, I mean, even though he's 1-1, you might think, well, he could be a sideways arrow, but not with results like just 1-1, only playing twice.
Yeah.
Can't get a sideways one with that.
If you don't have the experience and the results to back it up, you're not going to get that good of an arrow. Here's Stork. He does have the sideways one. His PVT isn't the greatest, but I feel like this PVT will be pretty great for him.
Yeah, I feel like he struggles to play straight up against Terran players. When he plays with a proxy Oracle style or some sort of weird rush build, it either works or it doesn't. When he plays in the late game, he definitely has some trouble. He did get into Code S recently, and definitely looking to be one of our stronger Protosses that have gotten through so far. But if he wins this match, it's all over. They're going to take a 3-0 win, so everything is on the shoulder of Eins.
LTA는 SK텔레콤.
Up here in the top right, in the purple for Prime, it is Eins.
And down here, the bottom left, in the pink, is Stork. I just noticed I didn't get invited to this game. I feel bad about it.
Yeah, it's all right.
I ran to the bathroom, and I don't think it was related, but I didn't get invited.
They didn't want you to be in this game, Wolf.
I'm just going to look at your screen, Brendan, and be sad for a moment.
We can crouch together here and look at this. Eins has no results on Maze. Not too surprising.
Yeah, he's only been played twice, and this is normally a Protoss map.
Yeah.
Although I think it could be a Terran map. Didn't work out earlier, and in this game, obviously Stork is favored, but so, see? On Protoss logo down there. Kind of looked like banana a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I thought it was before. I was like, no, that was last game with Terminator's birthday. Like, you missed it, you know?
Yeah. So, cross spawns here. Could be a while before these two really hit each other. Stork actually goes gate first. He would go
Stork
gate first on this map.
He's played against 4 Protosses, if I'm not mistaken, and if I'm also not mistaken, I feel like he's...
Oh, marry me in KP.
Oh. There was a cat there as well.
Yeah.
Catch that one. MKP, I hope you're paying attention.
I'm
looking for him. Where is he? Oh, he's in the booth preparing for the next game.
Yeah, he didn't see it. That makes me sad. But he might have like looked out on the crowd at that moment and saw it. He had a sense. That's what true love is, you know. Just like, oh, that fan probably signed for me.
His heart started beating faster. He's like, what's going on?
Well, I want to ask you another question, because sometimes these things happen where we have this long, long time before anything really starts getting heated up in the game. But that's a very cool drawing.
This is boing, boing.
And I want to ask you, do you prefer peanuts or cashews?
Peanuts in what sense? Like,
what do you mean peanuts in what sense? Like,
like
I mean like peanuts, man. Like, you know, the things that come usually in a pod of like two or three or so.
Like
and
in the pod thing, or like outside or inside, I guess. Just like the regular inside of the peanut.
Just the peanut, yeah. No, don't eat no, not the shell, of course.
No, not
the peanut.
I said the inside.
The inside, like,
not the outside.
What do you mean? You mean like breaking a peanut into two?
Yeah, so you can eat the inside of the peanut because that's the part that you eat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, the inside, of course. Oh my God, it's Moonglade! He winked at me. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Was that at you?
Yeah,
that was at me, man.
No, it was at me for sure.
No.
No. Ask him later.
We're gonna have to drop the gloves outside, man.
I'm really close with him. He fills in for me when I'm sick and have emergency situations. I'm pretty sure
he's got your back.
I'm pretty sure he's winking at me.
He's like, I got you.
I think he was trying to say, like, you could be sick anytime.
Well, he did poison you, of course, yesterday. That is the reason why you actually weren't able to come in yesterday.
That's what they're saying about me.
That Moonblade guy is really slippery.
Well, honestly, Stork went for Stargate, but that's what we all expected anyways. He's going to go for, like, delayed oracles here.
I was like, is he going to go Stargate or Blink Stalkers? Which one is it going to be?
I was like, is he going to go Stargate or is he going to go for a slightly delayed Stargate? And it's a slightly delayed Stargate in this case.
Yeah, decides to get the Nexus first. Not going to rush out of Stargate on this map. Wouldn't really make sense.
What if he goes, like, Carriers or Void Rays or something?
That would be cool.
That wouldn't be very Stork-like, but, you know, could happen.
Starts an Immortal. Or starts an Oracle right away.
Yeah. And this Stalker, I'm a bit concerned. I'm like, I'm having this little wolf, almost motherly instinct about that Stalker, this Protoss mother instinct that's inside me where I'm like, that Stalker might be standing too close to the rocks. Hope he didn't get crushed.
I hope so as well. There were, in the game we had before where the Terran was trying to kill the rocks, and it fell the other way, but I thought it was going to fall on top of him. Well, hold that thought. The Stargate does not get scouted with that scan. Nice placement there, actually, if you think about it, because he would be expecting a scan on a map like this where it's so hard to get the scouting information. So now Eins scans that, and he's like, well, I have absolutely no idea what to expect.
Well, if you asked me or Kaldor actually in the first days that Stork was playing PvT, he would always put his Stargate in the most obvious place. I guess he's starting to learn. That's actually 5 Marines there, so he can't really commit. And I guess he's just going to leave it there for now.
Yeah, just be awkward hanging out on the rocks. Should join up with that weird monster we have on this map, maybe.
Now he's going to commit, and no, it still doesn't win, actually.
No, like, the rules have not changed for you, Stork, especially with the +1 on the Marines.
So, that was a pretty poor investment.
Hello.
Hello. You know, we accept, you know, fans of all ages here.
Yes, we
Pro
do.
League. Now, another Oracle is going to pop out. And we can try to do a backstab or something with that. He's going into Colossi now. And Eins is starting to move across the map aggressively.
Yeah, he's going to start breaking down those rocks. He has the +1 there. He has the +1 to his armor as well on the way. Starting stim as well. Even having that Reaper help to break down those rocks. He wants to get across this map as fast as possible. Open up those attack paths. And the Oracle's coming back in here, but the missile turret is in a really good spot. Going to be closer to the left side. It's going to deny it. Only getting 1 kill does that Oracle.
Yeah. And this Observer looks to be scanned. Eins with a good start in this game. Stork really having some trouble.
Nice spot there. It's hard to see an Oracle. It's pretty hard here. Or not, an Observer, rather. And here's the Oracle. Almost gets picked off.
I think he actually used the wrong spell there. I think he was trying to do the Revelation spell to reveal those units.
He's hoping to start a revolution.
Yeah.
Get those Marines on his side and just go across the map and attack the Terran.
Well, you know, we all want to change the world, man.
Yeah.
The Colossus coming out here. First one pops. He's got a Phoenix, too. See if he makes any more of those. I don't have my observing PC right at this moment, guys, so I can't check it for you. Okay, yes, continue Phoenix production.
Yeah, just 2 for now. Would expect something like 4 or 5 if he's going to go into Phoenixes.
Yeah, I mean, he just wants to deny the air, deny those drops.
I just feel like for now he's just so concerned about this push that's coming his way that he's going to stop for now. Starts a 3rd one, actually. And here comes this attack. I feel like with the overcharge, it should be perfectly fine, Stork. But Eins maybe just wanted to put on some pressure and force that overcharge.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's see. Like, he's basically not really able to attack into here, right? That's even with the rocks killed. That's a choke point with Colossus, soon to be 2 Colossi. There are Phoenixes here. And I'm really not feeling an attack here, but he can try to contain a little bit. It looks like he's sending this drop around to check for hidden expansions, I guess. That's only one way to do it.
Yeah. Well, it looks like he's making a 3rd command center, so maybe just wants to make sure that with this he is going to get ahead.
He's like, you seem pretty cool at just being on 2 bases, so let me see if you're like too cool, because we haven't seen hidden base on this map. quite a few times.
It's hard to scout this gigantic map. It's going to take Eins a while to send those 2 medevacs all the way across this map, and just now he's going to realize that there are no hidden bases, so should put his heart at rest.
Yeah, and he's even going to widen this choke point just to make sure when he wants to attack later, he doesn't get funneled in there against the Colossi. Phoenix is protecting now this Oracle. Symbiotic relationship here. And he's going to go over here and reveal this army. It looks like, nope. Didn't quite see it. He's just going and checking everything right now.
Yeah. Third base here drop for Stork. At the same time, Eins is going to drop down his CC at the third base. It is now an orbital command, so going to get that down and get those mules over there at the third base starting. Phoenix is coming here, pick off a bunch of those gas mining SCVs, and now they're going to get out.
Stork's playing with fire with those units. Very expensive group. Does not want to lose any of them. 5 Phoenixes and an Oracle. We'll go over and spot the third base now with this hallucination scout. And he's catching up with his upgrades. Starting them out now. Getting the Temple Archive up as well as adding a few gates here, it looks like. So, just going to be, again, a bit of a more passive mid-game for these two. I think that Eins is ahead, though.
I would agree. I mean, he's got the double reactored Stargate now, or Starport rather. He's going to be getting so many Vikings. These Colossi are not going to be able to do much damage at all. Oracle getting a nice reveal on this army. It's something on a gigantic map like this, you always want to know where your opponent is and just make sure he's in check so that you can't be harassed or anything. You just want to make sure your opponent's army is across the map so you can safely macro up at home.
Yeah, and also you can continue to identify the composition. How many Vikings does he have? How many medevacs does he have? When is a good time to switch to Storm? Should I be doing that right now? Should I wait on it a bit longer? Has he cut Viking production? Can he make too many medevacs? Are there ghosts in the army, As long as all the units are rallied into this, he's going to see it. And if he has a good idea where it is when that time's out, he can just launch another one on top of it. It's very risky against 12 Vikings right now to actually try to go in there and get that reveal, but he's going for it. Interestingly enough, going to go for some more Phoenix harass here.
Yeah, isn't going to lose anything. The Vikings trying to catch up, but aren't going to be able to. And, once that revelation came down, just like you said, he saw the composition, saw so many Vikings, and he's like, oh, I'm going to start Storm here. And unfortunately for him, Eins is going to be getting Ghost out soon. So he's got to be careful here. We're going to see the very traditional, very standard Ghost versus High Templar matchup here.
Yeah. And he's adding a few additional barracks. 3 more Ghosts on the way. Or 3 first Ghosts, I should say. And with those 3 barracks, he can actually add more Ghosts should he choose to add Tech Labs to them. I think it's likely he will for at least 2 of those. +2 for his Vikings is getting on its way to completion, but Stork is catching up with upgrades. Could be chronoing maybe a little bit better. There's another nice tag here on the army.
It looks like Stork actually wants to fight this. Here he comes. So many Zealots charging in now. Phoenixes are on the chase on the Vikings. The Vikings have to back off. It's hard for them to micro against this, especially with so many Zealots now. Here's the drop out of the medevac now, and Eins turns around to go for the fight, but where are the Storms? The EMP's not that good.
Oh my god, those Storms are excellent here. This is a mostly Marine composition right now, as he was switching to Marauders there at the end. Now he can actually make all these High Templar into Archons. Those Vikings may get that last kill. The sentries here not actually dropping any force fields. But once those Archons finish, okay, there's the force fields. Those Archons are going to clean up the SCVs in no time. And the next round of Zealots is a big problem here for Eins. And he doesn't really have much of an answer for this. More and more SCVs going down. Ghosts on the high ground trying to help out here. Looks like he will pick off one of the Archons. Nicely done. The second Archon is pretty low, but just doing so much damage here. And he could go and kill the SCVs at this base. Those barracks are kind of out of position now with that placement.
The army of Eins just got decimated. There's nothing here. Whatever is left is in the first base now in the main, and these SCVs have to run away.
Good target there on those SCVs too, I want to add.
Yeah. And now Stork just has this game in his pocket. He's getting 4th base up. His 3rd base is mining quite fine, and the Natural lost so many SCVs. The 3rd base is done, and with this many Zealots now and the 2 Archons in the back helping out, it looks like Eins is going to be defeated here.
It looks like it. I don't think he's pulling off a miracle this time. This base is totally controlled by Stork. The 3rd base is even worse off. GG, Stork taking that 3rd game, putting us into 2 3-0s back-to-back yesterday and today. Showing that these teams here that are matching up in this week of Pro League are not so evenly matched right now.
Yeah. Samsung proving that they do not belong with the likes of Prime, playing in a seventh place tiebreaker, I believe, in round 2. So this time they're like, nah, we're much better than Prime this time around. We're going to be practicing much more. And with this 3-0, showing that they want to make sure they have as good a chance as possible to get into playoffs. With this, they're going to be -2 and a 3-3 behind Jin Air. But they're pretty close. If Jin Air loses their next one and they win the next one, then they will get in.
And that's really important because, like I said earlier, right now is the most important time to get a 3-0 when everybody is so close to each other. And Jin Air gets a 3-0, so to match that, they get their own 3-0. They're very, very close together. Next week for these teams is going to be super, super important, as well as tomorrow. So, it's definitely going to be pretty close here for the remaining teams, the non-telecom teams, as who's getting out. Prime, on the other hand, not a chance, really, not anymore.
No, they're going to be knocked down there with MVP at 1-4, and this is going to tank their indicator points as well. Unfortunately, what everybody was saying about Prime in the beginning of round 1 is coming true.